Hello, I'm WBZ-TV meteorologist Barry Burbank, and I have your forecast for this Saturday night and for the next several days as we get closer and closer to the end of August. And we just want to have a little recap of what happened on Cape Cod. It was an incredible night last night. Some folks said it's the most intense rain they have seen ever, and a few say that they hadn't seen anything like this in a long, long time. Of course, this is the anniversary of Hurricane Bob striking New England, making landfall here and causing tremendous damage, especially on Cape Cod with the wind and the rain down there, winds over 100 miles an hour, back on this date in 1991. But on today, early this morning, in the early morning hours and starting late last evening, this is what happened for rainfall in the Cape. About as much as 2.5, ranging up to almost 8.5 inches of rain, with some of the higher totals around Orleans, over 7 inches. Dennis had about 7. Some places in Eastham was quite variable from place to place in Eastham. We had as much as 6.5 to as much as 8.5 inches, quite changeable in the rainfall totals, but we'll call it close to 7 there anyway. 6.5 in Brewster, and East Harwich had almost 5 3/4 of an inch there. So incredible rains on the Cape, causing bad flooding overnight this morning, but things getting back closer to normal there during the day today as it finally cleared out. We're looking at 90-degree days. In Boston, we've only had 11 so far this season. We haven't had any in August. The average number is 4. We're going to get the first one here in Boston on Tuesday to make it 12 days of 90 or higher so far this season. Today, it did strike 90 in a few of the western suburbs. Norwood got to 90. Providence was 91. Lawrence was 88. But right along the coast, there is some low cloudiness and fog, which is coming in on some of the shore roads. And so that kept the temperature down, a little bit of a sea breeze, and only got up to 74. And that 74 actually happened early this morning at Logan Airport. So those are the high temperatures today. These are the dew points, which have fallen into the middle 60s and certainly much less humid over southeastern New England than it was this morning when the dew points were up almost in the middle 70s. There is slightly dry air to the west, and we'll have dew points probably trying to drop down a little bit tonight, but it's still going to be on the muggy side and still going to be rather muggy tomorrow morning. For the more than 12,000 runners, good luck to all you runners in the Falmouth Road Race on Sunday morning. It looks like it'll be around 75 at 9 a.m. There could be a few patches of fog in the morning, and there will be other patches of fog elsewhere around the region too. But down there could be a little bit of fog. There'll be a mix of clouds and sunshine down there, and the humidity will be on the moderate side. It won't be truly dry, but won't be truly tropical like it was this morning. So your forecast highs for tomorrow should be around 85 or 86 degrees in most spots. Even on the Cape, it should be getting up into the low and middle 80s. There's going to be a westerly wind blowing. How about the rest of the nation? Well, this is the hottest I've seen so far this month of August, because the 90s are becoming widespread, and some of those are coming right up to New England. We'll have those here definitely on Tuesday. So watch the timestamp as we go through the night. There is a system coming across New York and Pennsylvania with some showers and storms, but that's going to weaken as it moves into western New England, maybe just a dying thunder shower or just a plain rain shower there. Most of this action is going to fall apart as it progresses eastward later this evening. So we'll look at temperatures probably in the low middle 70s by midnight, then falling down into the 60s for a late night lows, probably low to middle 60s, except upper 60s to 70 around Boston. Looking ahead to tomorrow, we've got any fog which may be around in the morning burning off. It'll be sunny to partly cloudy. Temperatures be going up to the middle 80s. Again, that nice dry air, so it should be just fine. Falls down tomorrow night. It gets a little bit cooler later tomorrow night, falling down to the lower 60s and upper 50s in some of the suburbs. And Monday will be a fantastic day as the temperature goes up into the mid and upper 80s and should be just fine, sunshiny everywhere to watch the eclipse. Beach and boating for Sunday. It's going to be a great beach day from the get-go, from the morning, even though there could be a little bit of fog in a few spots in the morning, and it's going to burn off quickly this time. 85 in the afternoon at most beaches. We got a high tide in the morning at 10:30, and the water's still pretty warm out there, 67 to 74 degrees. Fine weather in Cape Cod and the islands for tomorrow and Monday as well, after the deluge they had and the torrents of rain they had early this morning. Tomorrow and Monday look great. Should be fine for the game at Fenway Park this evening. Still on the sticky side, light wind, and right along the immediate coastline, some of the low clouds may try to roll in and some fog banks near some of the shore roads, but probably nothing at Fenway Park. And for the game tomorrow afternoon, should be around 86, a beautiful day coming up. Harvey was a minimal tropical storm, has weakened into a depression now. Here's San Juan, so it's way off to the southwest. And the National Hurricane Center feels it's probably going to intensify but just become a minimal tropical storm as it heads towards Central America over the next several days. So the big day is getting very close. The great solar eclipse of 2017 begins at 1:28 here in Boston, and then it will max out at 2:46, and that's when 63% of the sun will be eclipsed by the moon's shadow, and then the eclipse ends at 3:59 on Monday afternoon. Should be great viewing. Make sure you have those special eclipse glasses, no other regular sunglasses. That would be too dangerous. Here's the path of totality. There will be a few places along the path where the weather isn't going to be that great, like in South Carolina, here in the Central Plains, but the Northwest looks good. And we have some good weather coming up. Look at these temperatures for the last week of August, I think it is, or close to the last week of August. We got temperatures in the going up to the lower 90s on Tuesday. A couple of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday morning will usher in drier air after a very muggy and windy Tuesday. And looks like lower 80s to near 80 the second half of next week, sunny to partly cloudy. Looking pretty good to me. You can watch WBZ News tonight at 6 o'clock. You can also watch the late news very late tonight after the football game and fifth quarter here on WBZ. Have a nice weekend.